Well, I know I want to answer a few questions on business, emails, anything like that for publishing, and so we're gonna take it from there.
Okay. Um, so, as far as the publishing staff, do you want to have a whole staff, or do you want to just stay, as a one person type deal?
Now I want to have a whole staff eventually, but I have to work my way up. So right now I'm gonna just with the help that I can get, publish people's work for them, and take it from there, and if it expands, then I'm with it,
Okay, yeah. And while you're in school, because you want to go to school to become a medical doctor, a
Right.
surgeon. So while you're in school, how do you expect to keep the business going?
So eventually I might have some people to, keep the business going for me. But I need to get it off the ground first, And so I want people to know, that it's really a business, and I want them to really know that I have the business going right now. That we're really publishing work, and I really have the printer ready to print their work out. So,
Okay, well, with the studies that you have to complete, I mean, your discipline, you think it's going to be tested, or you think it's going to be easy? How is that going to affect your study and your time?
I don't think it affects it.
Are
I'm
you
gonna have
sure?
to eat, so I might have to manage it.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely.
Okay, and for people who want to publish, what's your advice?
Contact me. www.JamelsRaisonDecker.com.
How do you spell
Contact
it?
me. JERMELSRAISONDECTRE. But it's gonna be on the video when I say that. So
Okay. All right. And as far as you writing, how much time do you put into writing?
it varies. It varies, depending on each day. Some days I try to sell the work, or some days I write. But I try to at least put in an hour a day. Definitely an hour a day. Yeah.
Tell us about what Stephen King said as far as how many words
1,000
you
words
should
a
write.
day. Write 1,000 words a day before you read, before you go to work, before you work out. If you're a writer, you should write 1,000 words a day.
And what about the toolbox? You want to talk about that?
Always carry a notebook with you. Always have your notebook. I don't have mine with me right now, but I have my laptop. So always have a notebook with you. You might come across something during the day that you want to write down. Always have it with you. So,
When it comes to being inspired, how can you explain that when you're inspired?
about what though? To write?
Inspired
I
to
just
write.
know how important writing is. It's going to be a part of history. And it's important to have whatever you see to write it down. Because people, in time past, they go back and look at that, what was going on in a specific time. So it's very important to write it down.
But does it sometimes come from within?
Definitely, yeah. I think it's divine, yeah, but when you have to write what you see, you have to write it down. Definitely have to write it down.
Okay. And what about the different ways of getting the work out there for people to read it? How can you explain that?
It's hard when you self-publish, but challenging rather. But it can be done. Twitter, Facebook, word-to-word contact, but face-to-face contact. But social networks is a big thing now. So hashtag writer publishing and just get your work out there. Meet people, network. Face-to-face though.
You always correct yourself when you say hard. You always go into challenging. Why do you do that?
Because I feel like when people hear hard, they feel like it's not, you can't do it. When you hear challenging, it lets you know that it's some obstacles, but you can get past it. When you hear hard, it's like being like Teflon. You can't get through it, but you can. So I always like to say challenging. It's a challenge, but it's definitely possible. Like when your next challenger is, you can get past it. But when you hear hard, it's like, whoa, dang.
There's a wall that you just can't
you
get
just
through.
Can't get past, or a substance that you can't get past, but you can.
You can. That's good. What about the phrase? Don't knock it until you try it. You always say that.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what that means to you, and when you say it. Do you say it at certain times?
Right. Don't knock it until you try. Like certain things, like anything. I don't really know what goes on with a lot of stuff, so I can't really knock it until I've done it. And so when people say, oh, you write books or you do this, like, you don't know what it is until you have tried it. You know, when they see me out on the street selling my books, you know, they always, well, some people tend to shrug their nose up at me. But you don't know what I'm doing, what I have, or anything until you actually done it or sat with me and see what I'm doing and see what's going on with it. So don't knock nothing, you know, until you try it, you know. So, just like, I don't know anything. I can't knock it. But if I tried it and I don't like it, then I'm going to knock it.
All right. And how do you want to leave your imprint on the world?
Man,
that's a tough question.
That's a tough one, yeah. All the greats, man, that I learned from that inspired me.
Like who?
Cornel West, Mike Lee, Jay-Z, all of them. Even my mom, you know, my mom was a big influence in my life. You know, you'll tell it when you read the book, you know. But I just want to be able to them to know that you don't have to do a certain thing that you see on TV. You know, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Whatever. You know, I just want people to see that in my life.
Okay, and is there a blueprint?
No.
No blueprint?
No blueprint.
So what is it?
The Bible. That's it. The Bible. It's just live life, you know.
Okay.
So we're going to end it at that.
Yeah, we're going to end it at that.
All right. Check me out.
Damn. Here we go again. Common passed on this beat, I made it to a jam. Now everything I'm not made me everything I am. Damn. Here we go again. People talking shit, but when the shit hit the fan, everything I'm not made me everything I am. I never be picture perfect Beyonce. Be light as Al, be your black.